Hello, my name is Joshua Timothy Six. It is now 6 o'clock Central Time. I'm going to go ahead and do some stuff. Oh, got it. Whatever. All right, so epoch time converter, just so we're all on the same page. And I'm at Walmart, Fredericktown, in case you need a geographical location and along with this epoch time. So 82, very important. 999, 200. Anyways, I'll diagnose that later. It is the 14th, but actually during my time, local time, it is. Is it the 14th? It's the 13th. All right. So, anyways. All right. So Anyways, I'm not doing this. The next one I'm going to check. It is search Reddit comments by user. I know there used to be something. I think this is it. Search query would be caps locks, and this is why I did this, so I didn't have Cheryl. No, I didn't know why I did this in the first place, but wild underscore assistant. Now, in the comment, the gentleman asked, who is Cheryl? Why is she important? Well, she's part of memory, which I didn't know why I needed to say it or why I needed to write it or why I needed to even do a video on my YouTube channel, which you're seeing this video on. But I knew it was important. Like, I couldn't explain to you why I did what I did, but I knew that because of that statement, it required that video, which required me to go to the ER immediately after and tell them I needed an interpreter and whatever. I don't understand that. I don't have justification for the chain of events that I need to make, but I know everyone knows my routine at this point, so they allow certain things. I need to change that now because I'm becoming public with this, so those routines cannot happen anymore. But this is an example. I went to the ER, I got shipped to Southeast Missouri Behavioral Health, and there was a driver that drove me home. Anyways, I had met someone else there whose grandfather had a trucking company. I didn't know that his name was Joe. I didn't know this person until I met her there. So she told me about he's got a trucking company, did very well, closed it down, delivered for cans or something, which the drink company, obviously, I know why that is. But those made sense to me. So when you explain that to a doctor, that's coincidental. You're reading into it. But the Cheryl video, I live on Franklin. That's why Frank told me to do it. Anyways, the other name, there's JoJo. I took care of Frank. And then Cheryl. Cheryl is the wife of the driver that I had. Anyways, I repeated monkeys 3 times. Today is Monday. Let's go ahead and look at that. Monday the 13th. And I'll go ahead and search. Anyways, so I think that was it. This has got to be it. But anyways, you would read that and you would do the search and you would find it. And at the end it said, damn it. I don't know. But Cheryl was a part of memory. And one of these, if you do the search, it's probably one of the beginning ones because it was one of my first posts. Let's burn that department down, memory. Anyways, her father lost his keys. Anyways, there was a whole shit show during this drive. So the only copy of the key that he knew of, the driver knew of, was on his keychain, but he knew he had a spare somewhere. So, and he couldn't remember where it was, so memory was a problem. See? And now this is the thing, one didn't relate to the other. Really? It doesn't? Just like the URLs. It's like, it's a self-correcting process. So did me creating that narrative create these chain events, or did those chain events already happen? I don't give a shit. I'm not trying to prove that. I'm just trying to say, hey, there's something else going on here. So, but Cheryl, that's literally take one R out of there, and you got it. The key that he took a photo of was on top of my paperwork, and he texted the image. So my name is on a red key, And he texted it to his wife, Cheryl. He says, match up the keys, you'll understand. So anyways, I did that. Oh, what else? Anyways, I figured out, I got to the point to where I understand the user interface. I can explain the alphabet now. And thanks to all the commenters. And thank you for pushing me. And I don't know if you're real or not, or whether you're an AI pushing me to become smarter. I don't know. Or maybe it's the nootropics, and these are future nootropics that understand how to mitigate energy across time to continue the narrative. So apparently someone just got out of the hospital. I'm not going to deal with that either. So when you do the search, go all the way to the bottom. It's this last one. If you follow this comment train in the first post, the commenter says, who the fuck is Cheryl? Why are you telling me this? And I tried to explain what's going on. But I tell just enough story for the other person to think about it, and I use their processing skills. Now, I don't understand if they've got some karma and then they wish they understood me, and then that allows me to have more power. I don't think so. I don't think that. I'm just trying to paint a story or a viable option so people would stop asking, where did you learn this? How does it? Who wrote the original book? I don't know. All right. All I know is I couldn't speak. All right. I was dead when I was born. I sucked a pacifier, and I passed the fire between the nurses literally today. I drew a picture, and they all just loved it. Anyways, you can ask them. You can verify, whoever's going to be doing the research on this. All these people that I don't know, I have no contact with, tied the story together for me. All right. Now, whether I knew those events were going to happen, and then if you've done this before, you've got to learn to stop calling it out. All right. Tell your funny story. Let everyone else paint in the pieces. Grab those items that will band-aid your story back together. That's all it is. Point A to point B. You have one option. I have to get back to my car. That's it. I'm homeless. That's my home. So between point A and point B, I get to fill it in with whatever I want. Once I get to point B, I've accomplished the task. Everything in between is a bonus. So, and anyways, the English alphabet is real simple. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. So I'm just going to throw that habit out. Oh shit. I'll go ahead and pull out the paperwork on that. So we'll make this live. And if the battery dies, I'm sorry. I don't know how to pull out the camera. I think there's a feature on this app. This is the AZ screen recorder. Fucking awesome. I want to buy it, but I don't have money on my account yet. So, all right. Now, mind you, I had to draw this up using paper and pen, that's the whole process. You remember it easier. The whole point is to be locked up and be able to pull this from memory. So I'm going to show you this one page so you can figure it out and then have fun on yourself. I got to pull up the screen recorder app and get the camera. All right, it's right there. Camera settings. Screenshot, magic button camera. And I got to flip it over to the other one while using this app. All right. And I'm going to make that as big as I can. And I'm going to reverse it. All right. So there it is. And you're like, okay, I see what you did. All right. So the whole point is after this, see, I didn't know what I was doing. I just broke it down. I knew that's what I needed to do. Anyways, it's telling you a house and there's 2 steps. I know what this means to me, but you're going to have your own correlating stuff. But anyways, the third line is the only one that is single purpose. And this one goes to all the way to the 4th purpose. So if you look at the next step, those 2 lines fit in with the negative line right there. So it's literally showing you F. So that next one past that point is an F, and then we focus on G. But anyways, if you still have problems, you number those boxes out. And at 3-7, because that's the 3rd item, and that's what we just looked at, the 3rd letter has 3 spaces, is important. And then it's a 7-character grid. Anyways, you take that down, and then that correlates with pi. I'm going to skip ahead. I'm going to show you these, and you can pause it. But you can see the logic behind it once you take a moment, and I'm going fast. But, all right, so then I realized that I had to use the same grid for pi, all right? So I got to this point. I realized that there wasn't 10 there. I was going to do 10, but it's 0, 1, 2, 3 line, and then it divides, and then 7, 8, 9, and then 67 is ASCII for C. So, and then I knew that point. I don't remember all this. I can re-remember it, but then I realized that was the grid matrix. So right there. So then that gives me 10 lines. I realized I didn't do that right because the rule literally says 1 and then 4. I got 4, and then I needed to do 1 for 5 and then add that in to the prior set. So that's 1, 4, 1, 5, and altogether that additional 4 rows in the 5 is 9. Okay, so I have page 1 of there for B. Now this morning they took my blood pressure, and I was stuck at this one. I didn't realize what was going on. I was explaining. Some guy says I wasn't crazy, and I knew I wasn't crazy. But there's pi, and that's the correlation. You didn't see the 60 correlating to this 60 because those 3 arrows were there. But additionally, my blood pressure was 146 over 106. So then I looked at the 1 at the bottom, placed it up at the top at the 106, and then assumed that was 146. It closed out that, and it read up twice like that. So then that showed me that 2 of pi right there was indicating for that 60 and that 60. So, and then I've already explained that with the 2. I explained that was a correlating the 82. I forget what that is at this point. So that's one of them. And then I did a vertical stack, did the same process. So that's the missing 3 aisles. So we have 5, 0, 2, 8, 8. All right, so they're trying to describe to you what it is. So there's 3 A's to do. So there's the 1. So those are those 3 aisles. And then that breaks down it removes those 3 so you can see how they're correlating ideas. So you can see that. 9, 9. See with both eyes as key. And then this one is the remainder numbers. So you have 7, and then that goes over here, and that's the 4, 0, something. I don't remember, but you can look it up. But you can see as 5, 8, 2 is just like 6, 8, 9 when that point 90 is crossed. So then I need this right here because that 3rd aisle, if you look at it like that, and I'll turn it this way, I hope my shoulder's not in it. It is literally 1, 2, 3, 0, 0 user interface, and it says 128. But anyways, that shows how the 9 correlates because this is the 19th space. It shows that these 2 are important, these 2, and that led to this. So that way we understand that. Okay, user interface 2, and the 2 there. So this is 13, which this is literally 13 right there at that for this 2. And then if you go in reverse, this line is 11. So, and you'll have to look up ASCII. And 1011 is 9, which ends at, I forget how we did this. That's 9. So you have 13 and 9, 2 different numbers, 4 different spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's how I got the 2 or the 83 at the top. I think that's it. You can figure everything else from there. There's other verifications. Sorry. I don't have my binary chart readily available. There it is. Just so you know, and you have visual verification without searching, binary 28 is 11100. So if you don't know math, very basic math, multiply 4 times 7, and that gives you that. All right, go back to the letter system. Like I said, 1 is to 2 with the negative space. There's 2, there's 1, there's 3. So you have page 1 is to 2 with the negative space, and this key right there, that kind of shows you exactly what's going on the next 3. So page 2 with that space is the exact same in page 3, and then page 1, if you turn it upside down, is the correlating logic for, and this is literally telling you turn the page over. So this page 2 and how it connects to page 1, 2 steps. All right, anyways, God bless. Let's go ahead and do this. My nose is leaking, and God bless. I love you all, and once you figure it out, it's not a major ordeal. And like Dr. Seuss always said, those who know don't care, and those who care, or I don't know what the saying is, it's one of his popular ones, the ones who care don't matter. So it's one of those things. It's because you're not acknowledging what the world is telling you. So God bless, and good luck on your adventure in life and figuring out what your true purpose is. All right.